In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. Welcome back to Stories of the Imperium, where we delve into the forgotten corners of the Warhammer 40K universe through slow-burning tales of horror, heroism, and humanity's endless struggle against the void. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to join our growing legion of over 35,000 lore enthusiasts. Today, we're exploring one of the most harrowing aspects of the Imperium, the miserable life of an Imperial Guardsman in the Astra Militarum. This isn't just a story of soldiers on the front lines. It's a deep dive into the soul-crushing reality of being a mere human in a galaxy teeming with godlike horrors. We'll uncover the recruitment horrors, the brutal training, the endless wars, and the rare moments of fragile hope that keep these fragile souls fighting. Strap in, because this tale will take us about an hour to unravel, layer by layer. Let's begin. Imagine you're born in the underhive of a sprawling megacity on a world like Necromunda or Armageddon. Billions crammed into towering spires that pierce the toxic skies, where the sun is a myth and clean air is a luxury for the elite. Life expectancy, maybe 30 years if you're lucky, riddled with disease, gang wars, and starvation. But for many, the Astra Militarum, the Imperial Guard, offers a twisted escape. Recruitment isn't voluntary, it's a lottery of doom. Planetary governors must tooth regiments to the Imperium, or face extermination. Conscript officers sweep through the hives like reapers rounding up able-bodied souls. You're yanked from your squalid hab block, perhaps leaving behind a family you'll never see again. Age? Irrelevant. Children as young as 12, elders barely able to walk, all fodder for the Emperor's wars. Take Trooper Elias Voss, a fictional but all-too-real archetype from the lore. Born in the depths of Hive Primus, he was conscripted at 16 during a PDF muster. His choice was simple: join or be executed as a deserter. In the Guard, they promise glory, but the truth is a las gun in your hands and a flak jacket that might stop a stub round, if you're lucky. As you're herded onto a transport ship, the indoctrination begins. Commissars preach the Emperor's divinity, branding doubt as heresy. Yeah, you're stripped of your identity, given a number, and shipped across the void. Space travel? A nightmare of warp storms where demonic whispers claw at your mind. Many arrive insane or mutated, only to be purged before planetfall. By the time you reach basic training, you're already broken. But the real misery is just starting. Training camps on death worlds like Katachinar Krieg turn recruits into weapons or corpses. Katajan's jungles swallow half the intake with venomous flora and fauna. Krieg's recruits train in rad wastes, their faces masked against the fallout of ancient wars. You're drilled endlessly. Marksmanship with a lasgun that feels like a toy against orc choppas, bayonet charges against holographic xenos, and prayers to the Emperor at dawn and dusk. Food? Nutrient paste that tastes like ash. Sleep? 4 hours if the sergeants are merciful. But it's the mental forging that's truly brutal. Commissars execute stragglers to motivate the rest. 1 in 10 might be shot for cowardice during simulations. You're taught that your life is expendable. The Guard wins wars through sheer numbers, not skill. A single Space Marine is worth 1,000 Guardsmen, they say, and you believe it. Consider the Cadian shock troops, elite by Guard standards. Raised on a world besieged by chaos, their training starts in infancy. Yet even they know the truth. Survival rates in their first deployment hover around 20%. The rest? Mulch for the Emperor's fields. As training ends, you're assigned to a regiment. Valhallan Ice Warriors, Mordian Iron Guard, Talorn Desert Raiders, each with traditions as harsh as their homeworlds. Bonds form here, fragile brotherhoods amid the despair. But remember, Trooper, heresy lurks in every shadow. Report your comrades or join them in the firing line. Deployment hits like a bolter round. You're dropped onto a war zone, perhaps Armageddon's ash wastes, where orcs swarm like locusts, or the frozen tundras of Valhalla against tyrannid hives. Your home is a muddy trench shared with rats the size of dogs and corpses that breed plague. Daily routine? Dawn patrols through no man's land where sniper fire or minefields claim lives. Meals are corpse starch rations, recycled from the fallen, flavored with whispers of cannibalism. Water? Filtered from toxic rains if you're lucky. The misery compounds. Trench foot rots your limbs, lost burns scar your flesh, and the constant artillery barrage shatters your eardrums. Officers bark orders from bunkers while you charge into the maw of hell. Against orcs, it's brutal melee. Necrons reform from dust. Tyranids devour you alive. Chaos twists your soul. Stories abound of guardsmen cracking under the strain. One regiment on Cadia held a breach for days, only to be overrun by demons. Survivors spoke of brothers turning on each other, possessed by warp entities. Commissars maintained discipline with bolt pistols. Summary execution for retreat, even if it's tactical. Yet, glimmers of humanity persist. A shared low stick in the quiet hours, tales of homeworlds swapped over weak recaf. Some find faith in the Emperor, others in gallows humor. Better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself, the saying goes. But in the trenches, it's a lie you cling to. Let's zoom in on a day in the life. 400, Rive, clean your last gun or face lashes. 600, breakfast, slop that might include mystery meat. 800, advance under fire. Lost bolts sizzling past. Noon, hold position as basilisks pound the enemy. Evening, count the dead. Bury what you can. Night, watch for infiltrators. Sleep with one eye open. Multiply this by months, years, rotations. Rare. Most serve until death or victory, whichever comes first. Now, the heart of the horror, combat. The Guard faces every nightmare the galaxy offers. Against orcs on Armageddon, waves of greenskins crash like tides, their war bosses towering brutes that laugh off lost fire. You fix bayonets and charge, knowing you'll be pulped under choppas. Tyranids, a living storm of claws and acid. On my crag, Ultramarines held them, but Guardsmen were biomass. Imagine Genestealers slithering through vents. Hybrid cults rising from your ranks. One bite and you're infested, birthing horrors from your chest. Necrons awaken from tombs, their Gauss flayers stripping flesh atom by atom. No glory in fighting machines that self-repair, just endless attrition. Chaos, the worst. On Cadia, Abaddon's Black Crusades unleash demons that warp reality. Guardsmen mutate mid-battle, turning on allies with tentacled limbs. The Inquisition purges entire regiments for contamination, burning survivors alive. Eldar strike like ghosts, their psychers foreseeing your every move. Tau drones outgun you, their propaganda tempting desertion, until commissars intervene. Rare victories come at Pyrrhic costs. The siege of Rak saw millions die to reclaim a forge world, only for it to fall to Nurgle's rot. Heroes like Commissar Yurek inspire, but they're exceptions. Most guardsmen are statistics, their names forgotten. Personal tales amplify the misery. Trooper Voss, our archetype, survived an orc ambush only to lose his squad to a squig swarm. Scarred and alone, he pressed on, driven by fear of the bolt pistol more than duty. In these battles, you learn the Imperium's dark truth. You're not soldiers, you're ammunition. Expendable, replaceable, endless. Is there hope in this misery? Fleetingly. Some regiments earn honors. The Steel Legion's tank crews thundering across plains like avenging angels. Veterans retire to colonize conquered worlds, though few live that long. Faith sustains many. The Emperor protects, they chant, even as worlds burn. Sisters of Battle or Space Marine reinforcements turn tides, reminding you of the Imperium's might. But the end is grim. Wounded? Field medics amputate with chainswords, no anesthesia. Captured? Torture by Dark Eldar. Experiments by homunculi. Desertion, hunted by Arbites. Death is release, perhaps recycled into servitors, minds lobotomized for eternal servitude. Or worse, soul-bound to dreadnoughts if you are lucky, trapped in mechanical tombs. In closing, the life of an Imperial Guardsman embodies the Imperium's cruelty. Billions sacrificed on the altar of survival. Yet without them, humanity falls. They are the hammer of the Emperor, forged in suffering, broken in war. If this tale chilled you, like and share for more deep dives. Comment your favorite Guard regiment below. What horrors have they endured? Next time, the terrifying secrets of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Until then, remember, in the 41st millennium, peace is a lie.